Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard. This is Flight 00 Tumanyane Andrew. Gonna take off. Welcome to My Star with Asa. My name is Angel Tony Asa, Prince of the Sun, and I have a man who didn't have any more introduction that has to be made. But for the sake, I'll introduce him because he's a guy who has traversed the entire film industry of Uganda. He has tore it apart, he has lifted it up, and he has been the eye behind it. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a shining light behind the Ugandan film industry. Help me introduce none other than a screenwriter, director, and productions manager, Mr. Andrew Tumanyane. Woo! You're welcome, Andrew.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
Because you bring a lot of energy, you bring a lot of facts, you bring a lot of controversies, you bring a lot of all that our audience really loves. You're most welcome. Let's package more the Ugandan actors. So you had told me to try and mention, and yeah, I'd almost failed to mention, right? So what happens? Which advice do you think? Because my close point of contention is when Ugandans, even if it's a person like A-Pass went to the gym and worked out and wanted to look in a certain way, saying, I'm a celebrity if I look like this, if I dress like this, if I carry out myself like this. Baby Cool works out, he looks good. And many different people, I'll not mention, yeah? So even in the entertainment industry, you'll see the likes of MC Cats, they really look. So is it something which is lacking with us, the Ugandan actors?
It is lacking, but sometimes some things you cannot blame it on actors because you also have to look at the wages. If one chose to take such a status, would they maintain it? If you ask how many actors drive themselves, actually before you go for the actors, what about the producers that pay them? The producers are also walking on foot like me. You get? Now, if they can, if the employer cannot drive, then how do you expect the employee to be driving?
Then who would employ who?
So we are in an industry that some things we cannot blame them on the actors, but also when you look at the side of branding themselves, actors are not branded at all. Okay. They are just they are just satisfied once when you see a new actor coming in the industry, you really admire them, you want to follow them every step they take, but the moment they do just that role, that one small role, that's when they are forgotten, and believe me, you will not see them anymore. The only time you see them, they think they are very big, they think they have made it, they are where they deserve to be, and that is all. Okay. Then also you say, you asked, why are they not crossing? You see, we are lacking a culture of having co-productions with different countries, different industries that have made it. And our actors are just our actors. They are not global. They just remain here. Then also our actors, they are also waiting for directors to do it for them, for producers to do it for them. They are not hunting for themselves. One doesn't have a time to even buy himself a ticket to go to maybe South Africa and find a gig, or go for auditions in South Africa or Nigeria or anywhere. They're just waiting for a producer to take them there. You get? But people who are willing to do things, they move. I know of a prostitute, I'm sorry I'm using a prostitute, I know of a prostitute, for her when she needs to make money, she pays for a ticket, a flight. She goes to Nigeria and gets an oga. And makes money. You get?
Is she
because
your friend?
that's where the money is.
Is she your friend?
Yes, she's a very good friend of mine. You understand?
Okay,
so,
I can imagine when she's going, she tells you, I have a business deal. Wow,
that's her business. But our actors tell me how many actors are willing to purchase a ticket and go to Nairobi.
They are very few.
Just for a conference of
Are they
actors.
few or they are not there?
They are not there. I don't know anyone. So these other things of, you know, work out, do what, We have seen slim people who have made it and they are very big on the international platforms. You get? Very small, short people that are very huge by names. You don't need to go to the gym and, you know, make muscles, become another A-pass. No. You just need to work on different stuff.
Your acting
presentation,
skills.
even your performance, and the stories you choose to appear into. Because
do you have a choice?
Actors.
Do you have a choice?
Yes, an actor
no,
has
I mean,
a
you
choice.
have no jobs at the moment. Then you refuse some jobs. Why would you?
There is a time when you are not acting for nearly 18 years of your growth. Did you die?
You didn't die.
You didn't die. So why don't you wait for at least 5 years to get the real job, the real role that will bring you to this?
At the moment, the Ugandan industry didn't pay that much, like you said, and now you're here. You've had a commission project on Pearl Magic Prime, and it has ended. And most of those actors, if you've done research well, may not have a new project they're doing. And then here comes a project which you feel doesn't fit your genre or your class. Why would you let it down?
I'm not saying that you should let down projects.
Or why would you refuse it?
But then, you should be able to communicate to the creative team, mostly the director, and tell them that, you know, you want me to be crying in this film, but previously I have done a project like this, and this is what I was doing. Maybe they can find ways of twisting it and not typecast you. You get my point? I've acted as a mother before, and I was a stepmother, and you're also casting me as a stepmother. Can we find ways of, you know, doing it better? You get? But our actors want to come as a mother in this film. The next film, they're also mothers. The other film, they're also mothers. And it is subjecting them somewhere that maybe the audience does not feel it is appropriate in any way.
Okay.
You get? So it is disturbing. It is disturbing, and I think actors also need to look into it and be like, you know, I've done this before. Maybe it is time I should shift and do something different. You get the point? Okay. Yes.
Now, closely related to that, Andrew, while we summarize, have the commission projects, have these projects on, for example, DSTV, done more harm than good or more good than harm, in a way that there are those actors, if you're in one project, you didn't have to be on another project. If you're on one project on Pearl Magic Prime, you don't have to be on another project within Pearl Magic Prime. And those stories were there, and they let go of other projects. Then after, when the project is done, most of them are told you have to give some time before you go into another project. So, is it a setback, or
that one is an elevation?
It's an elevation.
We should be jubilating. Because
why?
Because it will help our actors also grow.
How?
The other thing we were talking about, that one comes and lives in a certain character for ages, it will be eliminated somehow. Because there is a possibility that a certain channel would not like to have the same content material coming from a certain project, then coming into another project, that their new project. That means that if an actor appeared in a certain project as a crying girlfriend, in this new one she's likely to come as a mother, or she's likely to come as a villain, or something different. You understand? And that somehow will build their portfolios. But then for TV stuff, that one, I usually don't look at them as content to me. Yes, it is content, but I prefer discussing matters concerning feature films and short films, because for TV series, let them do whatever they want to do. Whether they appear as a mother until they die, I have no problem with that. Because for that one, let it be the way it is.
It is one role throughout the series.
Whatever it is. Even if it is 1,000 series and one is appearing whatever way they want, I don't care. But when it comes to feature films and short films, we need to see character transformation. We need to see Angel today, and the next time we are seeing Esa. We are not seeing Angel. You get the point. These are totally two different characters. We need to be seeing you act as the son to the president, and the next time acting as a son to a grave digger. You know? Differences.
Okay.
in character projection. But when we keep seeing a son to the president in feature films, definitely we will need to do something for you, and we are likely to just boycott you. Yes.
Oh, you see me acting as an Askari today, Askari tomorrow, Askari the
Yes.
other Askari.
Then
You feel like you can't act as a son.
you cannot act.
Okay.
You cannot act. You're just being in the. You're just maintaining positions.
What
for
if you
other people.
specialize in that?
How do you specialize in film? Because
In that character.
Film comes
That
with
everyone who
character.
wants an Askari knows I have to go for Andrew. He's the only one who can execute this role.
There are no signatures in acting.
Acting is living lives of different characters and different personalities. And that's where the business is. If you choose to always become that Askari that you're talking about, then you are an Askari, you're not acting. You are an Askari naturally, but you are just maybe you have just tried to plan on your real job, your dream job.
You just are showing the role in real life.
Yes.
While acting.
That should be your real job, but not the kind of role that you're doing in film. Yes. Because acting should be, you are supposed to be a chameleon. When you meet this green, you become green. When you're white, you're white. When you meet the black, you're black. That's how you are supposed to be.
Wow.
But when we keep seeing you green, then we are going to admire something different, something unique.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Andy, well, to summarize, I want you to just give 5 tips to actors, that actor who is watching you as a director. Just give them 5 tips.
5 tips. Actors. They need to school themselves, study, research. They also need to work on their branding, and necessarily branding, I'm not talking about how they are going to wear or dress, but how do they interact with the public? What do they post? What do they talk about? What about the topics that are happening in the country? Do they have a point of view? Because as an actor, you're a culture leader. You're a culture leader. That what contribution do you add to the issues that happen in the country? They need to.
That's number 3 now.
They need to be selective with the projects that they pick and work on.
Oh.
Do not just jump on a script because it is available, because you have a role. Be cautious with what you pick. Okay. Be cautious with the material that you're eating. Then also, an actor should not be available.
When you want projects, why would it be available?
An actor should not be available to the public eye to every single project. Our actors are available everywhere. You go to the toilets of the National Theatre, the person is there. You go to the CICP, the person is there. You go to Mativale, the person is there. They are everywhere.
Then how will they notice if they are not everywhere?
Then you notice you do not need to be everywhere.
What do you mean?
Be something that we are yearning for. Be something that we want, we look for. We as audience and we as filmmakers at the same time. Yes, but you find an actor is everywhere you go. In every project, in every corner. I think they need to also know who to associate with, because the industry has some clusters it has created. You find a certain group is somewhere. So when the industry has taken that route, I think if it is going to be the culture, actors, you need to know who you are associating with. You need to know who you are going to be friends with, and act cautiously also. Yeah.
And the 5th and final tip?
The final tip is I don't want to say they should work hard, because working hard pays nothing these days. Maybe they should work smart.
They should work smart.
Yes.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, you've had Andrew himself. Please, guys, don't work hard. Like Cristiano Ronaldo works so hard. That's like the best in the world. And so, guys, you just heard from Andrew. But while I let Andrew go, I'm just going to ask him, like last time I asked him, the nearest name he finds when I mention a certain title. If I say director, tell us the nearest name that comes to his head. If it comes to cinematographer, I think we did that last time. So Andrew, this is 2024. As we close, before you give your closing remarks, when I talk of a director in Uganda, someone who is out there and wants to work with the director, what's the closest name that comes to you?
I will mention Mr. Samuel Seki.
Mr. Samuel Seki.
Yes.
Writer?
The writer, myself.
Andrew Tumanyane.
Yes.
DOP?
DOP. DOP. Lokman.
Lukman Ali.
Yes.
Sound recordist or sound engineer?
Sound engineer. I would mention Isma Seventy.
Isma Seventy.
Yes.
Makeup artist?
Makeup artist. Esther Nakazi. Yes.
How do you call that? Set design?
Set designing, Imran Mshari. Yeah.
Okay. Is DOP the same as cinematographer?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Editor?
The editor, I am not sure that I know of any good editor that has delivered to my satisfaction. So I don't have any name mentioned.
You've just seen Andrew has given us awards. While we wait for UFF, we have got Andrew's awards right now. But anyway, he's just given us who comes closest to his head when we talk of these different areas in filmmaking. Always watch out for those people, and you never know, you may get the best product. And now, this is the moment when I tell Andrew to look into the camera and give us his final parting remarks. Please, at your service.
For you watching My Star with Esa, thank you very much for watching, and thank you for keeping yourself on this show. It airs every Friday, and there is always a lot of people that they host, including myself. This is my third time here, and I'm always glad to be invited.
Yeah.
Keep watching and keep waiting for the next. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Andrew Tumanyane. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew has been hosted in this show very many times, and we are glad whenever we invite him, he honors our invite, and definitely, I'm very happy that every time he's here, he gives us lots and lots of things to learn, and at the end of the day, even me as a host, damn, I get out when I'm well informed. But ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and remember to hit the notification bell to get all the best of our shows whenever they air. Ladies and gentlemen, every Friday, right here on My Star with Asa, in our most brilliant venue called, where? Infinity Lounge. Okay. I'm tired. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Infinity Lounge in Tinder. My name is Angel Tony Asa, Prince of the Sun. Thank you very much. Ciao, adios, I'm done. Peace.